everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be using dip powders from Bling Galleria, and we're going to be creating an October breast cancer awareness mani by using a few colors. Now the first color is called Pink Pearl, and it is by far the most beautiful pink ever, and it also has this really gorgeous shimmer to it. It's a very subtle shimmer, but yet it's the perfect amount of sparkle and also the perfect shade and tone of pink. I feel like this color right here is perfect for even an all over mani. I really could have rocked this on its own for a one color mani as well. It's a great staple color to have, and it is super full coverage, as you can see here. And if you are a pink lover, this is definitely going to be one you want to add to your collection because it's like the perfect tone of pink. It's not too bright, it's not too light, it's like that medium pink shade. It's beautiful, it's everything, and you're going to be able to do a lot of things with it. Plus, I feel like if you're wanting to do like a pink kind of Christmas mani, this would be a great color for like a retro Christmas, or even, spoiler alert, maybe like a gingerbread kind of mani. This would be a great background for that. All right, so we went ahead and did one coat. We dusted off after we cured for 30 seconds, and now we're going to go in with another layer here, and I do not have any staining or anything like that on my brush. I'm just doing a thin layer here of gel base, and the gel base that we're using today is also from Bling Galleria. It's a great consistency, great formula, especially if you like to reduce bulk on your nails and cut down on your filing and buffing. This is going to be a gel base for you. It's also HEMA free, and it does not have that strong chemical scent. So you can see here that color payoff of 2 dips versus 1. So I went ahead and did the rest of the dips off camera just to save time, but overall such a beautiful pink. Cured it for 30 seconds. Now we're going to go ahead and dust off. Now we're going to dive into another color here. This is a beautiful foil dip called F Cancer. I dumped it into a cupcake liner, and I'm just fluffing around that dip a little bit just to stir up those foils. We're going to do a layer of gel base on this nail, and we are not going to cure. We're going to go ahead and gently dip that into the cupcake liner. Now, working with foils, it's definitely a trust the process kind of method because right now it looks a little sparse. We picked up a lot of different elements. Now this one is cram-packed full of beautiful foils. It also has some glitter pieces in it. So I'm just going to gently tap this down and just make sure everything is laying super flat. You're also going to want to use an orange wood stick or a precision tool. I like to use a precision tool versus an orange wood stick when it comes to foils just because the precision tool is thinner than an orange wood stick, so you can really get between those sidewalls here in that cuticle line and really clean up these delicate foils here. All right, so again, after cleaning up, I'm going to go ahead and press these down here before we go ahead and cure. Once we cure, we're going to cure for a full 30 seconds, and then we're going to go ahead and dust this off. And when dusting off, I do like to be pretty aggressive with that first dip here just to break apart any of those larger pieces of foil or really make sure that I'm getting any loose pieces off before I go back in with my brush with the gel base just to prevent any staining on my brush or contamination. So now I dip back in there and check it out. You're probably like, that looks horrible. Again, foils are definitely the trust the process kind of foil, but overall these are really easy to use. Do not be intimidated by what this looks like. You're just going to clean up the sidewalls and press down everything ever so gently. Again, we are working with gel base, so it is not fully cured until we go ahead and stick that in that lamp. So overall, when you are pressing these down, just make sure you do have a delicate touch so you're not disturbing that base. If you do end up pressing too hard and kind of messing it up, you can simply wipe it off and then start over. So that's another way. If you do press too hard and start disturbing the actual base, you can easily wipe it away. But again, we just press everything down. Now we're going to go ahead and use that precision tool again and just really focus on cleaning up the sidewalls and all that good stuff and breaking away any larger pieces of foil that may be hanging over the sidewalls and the free edge. You want to make sure that you clean that up before curing just to make sure that everything is laying super flat. And now we're going to go ahead and cure for 30 seconds. We're dusting off. Now this is totally optional. Now you could totally leave this mani as is and keep it organically how everything laid when you dipped into the cupcake liner, but I really wanted to add more pink and a couple more pieces of glitter, so I'm just going to take my time now and just go ahead and apply some more foils to any areas that I really wanted some extra pop of pinks because I did pick up a lot of gold, which is totally fine. I think it looks beautiful either way, but you can totally jazz up a foil dip powder to your heart's content by adding different colors and different elements and really pull those through to whatever kind of look you're looking for. And I only did one nail with this beautiful foil dip because I wanted this to have a moment on its own just to be an accent nail. I feel like it's a very bold, almost statement piece foil dip powder with so many different color foils and then that glitter. It just needed its own moment to shine. All right, so after I cured, I already had the gel base out, so we're going to go ahead and seal this up and be done with this nail with the base coat and cure for 30 seconds. So here's what the mani looks like. Now we're going to go ahead and file and buff. File and buffing, all I'm doing is cleaning up the sidewalls and the free edge and just reshaping just ever so slightly, but that's all I needed to do. I did not need to directly file or buff the top of the pigment or anything like that because everything was laying very, very flat. Did the rest of the filing and buffing off camera. All right, so now for this little breast cancer awareness ribbon, I'm doing a layer of gel base that is not cured, and then we're going to take some glitter from Cotton Candy here. Now there's a couple different pink shades in here, but I wanted to focus on mainly these smaller pieces of glitter, and there is brighter pieces of glitter and then a very like light pink of glitter, and I used both colors because I felt like depending on which way the light was going to hit it, it was going to give it like this really pretty kind of shade and sparkle to it. So I really liked incorporating the two different shades, but you could totally do your ribbon any way you want. If you don't feel comfortable freehanding before you do your gel base, you could go ahead and faintly draw it on there with a pencil. You could also use bigger pieces of glitter for that top portion of the bow or ribbon, and then you could fade that into smaller pieces on the tail end of the ribbon. So there's a couple different options to create this ribbon, but it overall was super easy to do, and I just really like how it kind of tied in everything. So after I placed those glitters, I did cure for a full 30 seconds, and I finished up the rest of the nails with a layer of gel base cured. Now we're finishing up with a layer of gel top coat on all the nails. I cured for 60 seconds. Here's the finished mani. It's a very simple mani, but yet it has a great meaning to it. I really loved all the powders that we used today. I think they're so pretty, and we have that little ribbon nail which just tied it in all together, and then we have our bold statement nail here with that beautiful dip powder. That foil dip powder, it's everything. If you do not have that dip powder, definitely grab it next time you place an order with Bling Galleria because it's just so pretty, and you can do so many different things with that, and you can focus on different elements from that foil dip powder itself to really create a unique look for yourself. But overall, these dip powders applied amazingly with the gel method. It's a very simple mani that we did, but it was super fun, and everything that we used today you will be able to find in that description box below. Now if these colors were not your cup of tea from Bling Galleria, there are tons of other beautiful colors, and that you're definitely going to find something that catches your eye. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one.